What's up, YouTube? Welcome to this review of the Cobi Panzer 38t, more commonly known as the Hetzer. This is set number 2382 and is part of Cobi's historical collection, World War II collection, and whatnot. The set comes with 420 pieces and one minifigure. This little guy up here, he's the commander. And it comes with some pretty cool weapons. I think it comes with like a machine gun, some binoculars, and of course you got the iconic MG34 with a magazine, or with like the ammo box on the side there. Really cool set. For some reason, I'm on this kick with German armor, buying like Lego and Cobi sets, Chinese bricks, whatnot. I really like this stuff. Cobi is by far the best. They're the most reliable producer of these type of sets. I can't say enough good things about them. They're historically accurate. They've clearly thought these things through, and they go a long way. There's custom printing. Their designs are really cool. They can even do these really cool angles. This is like quite an angular set, the Hetzer. It's not easy to do this stuff, as you guys know full well, at a Lego and blocks and whatnot. I'll just kind of give you the 360 view here. The Hetzer. Yeah, so it's really cool. So I'm into all this World War II German armor. Germany had just like a bewildering array of armored vehicles that they deployed in the Second World War. They just seemed to throw guns on just about anything and field them in battle. And that produced some really cool and some really unique armored vehicles. Of course, we got the well-known ones like the Tigers and stuff like that. But they also, this is a tank destroyer. The Hetzer was a tank destroyer. Basically, a tank destroyer is you have like the hull of a tank, the chassis of a tank, and instead of having a turret, they just mount a gun with very limited traverse. It can only move, I don't know, a little bit side to side. So I've already reviewed things like the Panzer 4 with the L70 gun on it that was used, I think, in Panthers and stuff like that. Anyway, I reviewed the Tiger, and I also reviewed the Ferdinand tank destroyer, and the Elephant. These are all examples of German tank destroyers. Also, the assault guns, Stug 3s, Stug 4s, they were also, they didn't have the armor that tank destroyers had, but they did have similar caliber guns and stuff like that, similar guns, just not the armor. And that's exactly what a tank destroyer is. It's basically an assault gun with more heavy armor, so it's very well suited for the defensive role. I believe that the Hetzer, this model here, the Hetzer was one of the most produced tank destroyers. The Germans produced a ton of Panzer IV tanks. That was their most numerous tank, coming in around, I don't know, 10,000 roughly, maybe 99,000, something like that. Then the next was the Stug 3, because they were really effective anti-tank guns. And then I think following the Stug, in terms of tank destroyers, we're talking, guys, it was this Hetzer. It was really, it was a small vehicle, but very, very reliable. I forget, had a crew of maybe 4, a driver, gunner, loader, commander, something like that. So it didn't have, and it's very, very small, so it didn't have tons of room in there, but it was very reliable. Nice sloping armor, as you can see. Fairly heavily armored for its size, and it packed, I think it was an L48 75mm gun, something like that. Very effective, very, very small, low profile. These were used extensively in Normandy, where they were very effective, fighting through the hedgerows, fighting through that low ground, stuff like that. You don't want huge, the Tiger, Ferdinands and stuff like that. They were used in Italy, which is a very hilly country. And they had a really hard time. Like their guns are meant for long range, the vast open steppe of the Soviet Union, Western Russia and stuff like that, the Ukraine. That's where these guys really come into their own. Well, the Hetzer's a really small variant. It was designed. It's low profile, and that just made it like really effective in a place like Normandy, in France, Western Europe, and stuff like that. And they're also used extensively on the Eastern Front too. Anyway, that's my spiel on it. Let's get into some of the design features. Well, first off, you'll notice at the top you have this one hatch. It's a one hatch deal. There you have it. Opens and closes. It can fit your commander. Now, this machine gun, I did kind of modify this vehicle slightly. This machine gun was originally placed over on this side here. But when you open that, and if you have a machine gun here, how is your little minifigure going to access this machine gun? It's kind of trapped behind the hatch. So I mounted it over here so the commander or whoever, the gunner, can actually use it. So that might be a modification that you might want to think about making if you're buying this model Hetzer. I'm going to put my little man back there, stick him back in there, bang. Now I can kind of move this out. He can hold it, he can use it. There you go. Okay, next is the main gun. That's about as high as it goes, and that's about as low as it goes. So that's, you don't have a ton of range of movement up or down with this. You got some. It's decent enough. Unlike some of the other tank destroyers that I reviewed, this one actually moves side to side. You can kind of like it moves slightly side to side. You have a little bit of movement and range on the side of it. Similar to like the Yag Tiger also had that, but the Ferdy and Elephant did not. So that's kind of a cool feature. Also, I'll show you on the front here, it has some custom printing. I don't know, these are on the mud flap or whatever. I don't know what those are. Chains, I don't know, who knows. Up here you have a driver viewport. Kind of. Okay, of course on the side you have the custom Cobi printing, the Iron Cross, really great. There's no stickers with this set, which is great. I hate stickers. Number 213. These are all, this side skirt here can kind of flip up to this kind of stuff, just very good, very well designed. As best it can be. There's a lot of angles with this, and it's not easy, as you guys all know, being avid brick builders. It's not easy to do these angles. So at the back, you got a custom design muffler or exhaust system. You got this hose, and this whole thing flips up. And I can't really open it, but you can see there's an engine in there. There's a little back space there where there's the engine compartment. I'm not going to open it up without ripping it. You got this little antenna here, which is good for communications. Germans were expert radio users. That's what made their Blitzkrieg so great. Okay, I just want to quickly take you through the instructions. I didn't do that yet. Usually I do it right from the outset. If you've never built a Cobi model, comes with all their bags are numbered, all their pieces. They have little warnings like they do right here. Two similar looking pieces, an A and B variant. Know the difference. Then the pieces are the step that you're on. The pieces are in color. Everything else from prior steps is grayed out. Very Lego-like, Lego quality instructions. The bricks, the quality is just like Lego, guys. It's not crap. Fits together nicely. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's what you got with these instructions. You can check out my other videos. I go on at length about these instructions and stuff like that. I'm not going to bother with this one. I assume you checked out my other videos, so Now the tracks, like the wheels, look like the Hetzer wheels. They're very well done. They're custom molded. They got different colors for the camouflage. They got the little details of like the little bolts and stuff like that go in it. And then you get the caterpillars. Really cool, really original. Now the tank tracks on this are different. Typically, the Cobi tracks kind of look here. I'll bring in my Jag Panzer 4. Typically, these are the Cobi tracks. They are thick. They're the larger tracks. Well, on some of the smaller sets, like the Sherman tank and the Hetzer, and I guess the new Panzer 4 model that came out, it's these thinner tracks. Now they work better with this caterpillar system, but I do find they break easier. I'll kind of show them to you. They are very small. It's not super easy to see what I'm talking about here, guys, but see, now these snap together just like so. They're not really easy to get together either. I forget how I got these things together. Oh yeah. So you got to they connect in 3 places, in the center and at either end. So they're still a pretty decent track. They're just not as big as the other ones. Okay. It's really hard. You can sort of see 1, 2, 3 across there. So I'll flip this on the side and kind of show you as best I can. Or even up like this. They're very thin. If you press too hard on carpet, they will break. Or if you turn it or whatever, you can snap them off. But it is still pretty cool. Like, these still work very well if you're careful. This is a hard surface and it's moving on this hard surface. I'm applying virtually no pressure. I'm just very gently pushing it along. It still does the screeching, but it sounds just like plastic under tension. Whereas the other ones kind of chug along. Now, as I said, I'll give you guys a demo on the carpet in a second. Oh, I'll just to do it right now. Here's on the carpet. I want to get you guys in there really good. So as long as you don't twist and turn too much, it should be all right. My kids play with this and the track gets broken all the time. Because they push too hard on it. They twist and turn it on the carpet and it just doesn't work out well. But anyway, if you're using this just for like a model on your shelf, these tracks will be fine. If you want to play with it a little, if you're a bit of an older kid or something like that, just be careful. You'll know not to press that hard. My guys are just young, so they trash it. But anyway, so I want to show you guys a comparison. I like the camouflage. I like the camo pattern, the 3 different colors, the tan, the brown, and the green. This is the Jag Panzer 4L70 that I have already reviewed. Really great. These are two of the iconic German tank destroyers. Size comparison, the Hetzer is one of the smaller sets, but it's still a fairly large set. Like, it's almost the size of this Panzer 4, or the Jag Panzer 4. So it's not exactly small, and it's just as tall as it too. So I'll give you guys a front view of the two. I mean, clearly this dwarfs it. It's wider, a much longer gun. But it also doesn't have the like the really cool sloping as the Hetzer though. And finally, how could I do any sort of size comparison without throwing in the elephant, which dwarfs them all? The Panzer IV, I'll roll that off. Yeah, I'll try to get you guys a decent shot here. So that's kind of the size comparison. If you guys got a 30 or the elephant or whatever, that's kind of what you're looking at here. There you go. 3 iconic German tank destroyers all in one spot. All Cobi models. These guys rock. All right, guys, if you're interested in a Hetzer, I'm going to put a link up in the description. I got mine from Amazon. That's where I buy all my Cobi stuff. That's it for this review of the Cobi model number 2382 Hetzer. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my website, www.sharkmunch.com, for more great reviews. That's it, guys.